Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about the product rule. So let me just state the product rule. So if we have a function a of x, which is the product of f and g, then the derivative of a of x is going to be the derivative of f times g plus f times the derivative of g. If you were to write this in Leibniz notation, the derivative of a is the derivative of f times g, which is the derivative of f times g plus f times the derivative of g. Alright, so let's go about justifying this product rule. Where does this product rule come from? Okay, so when I think about the product, I think about an area of a rectangle. And let's say we have an area that's g by f. So the product, you can think of the product as being the area of that rectangle. Now if I increase g a little bit, let's say I increase g by delta g, and I increase f by delta f, small amount of f, I'll get a new area. And what I want to figure out is how much my area has increased. I want to figure out this shaded area. We'll call that delta A. So delta A is going to be my new area minus my old area. So the dimensions of my new rectangle are f plus delta f times g plus delta g, and the dimensions of my old rectangle are just f and g, so I'm going to subtract f times g. That's the change in my area. So if I multiply this out, I get f times g plus f times delta g plus delta f times g plus delta f delta g. And I'm going to be subtracting f times g, so this gives me, rearranging this slightly, delta f times g plus f times delta g plus delta f delta g. Now I'm going to divide everything in this equation by delta x. And I get the following. Rearranging again slightly, I start to see the product rule pop out. And now I'm going to take the limit as delta x goes to 0. So as delta x goes to 0, these delta variable over delta x become derivatives. So this first delta a over delta x, that's going to be the derivative of a with respect to x. A small change in a over a small change in x is the derivative. And then my delta f over delta g, that's going to be df dx. Delta g over delta x is dg dx. So this last term, the second part of it goes to gg dx, and the first part of it goes to 0. As delta x goes to 0, the change in the function also goes to 0. So this term just disappears, and we're left with the product rule. Okay, so let's do a couple examples. So let's say we have a of x equals x squared plus 1 over x times x cubed minus 3x plus 15. The derivative of this function we're going to take the derivative of the first part, 2x, derivative 1 over x is negative 1 over x squared, using the power rule, times, leaving the second function alone, and then plus first function left alone, times derivative of second function. Derivative of x cubed is 3x squared, derivative of negative 3x is negative 3, derivative of 15 is 0. So that's our answer for the derivative. Okay, let's do another example. So let's say b. In b we have ax equals x cubed minus 1 times x squared plus 1. So the derivative is going to be derivative of the first part, 3x squared, times the second part, plus the first part times the derivative of the second part. All right, I hope you found this video useful.